Hi there, I am Bethany Blackstone, and this is Political Science 2306, the United States and Texas Government course at UNT. So I'm delighted that you have registered for the class and that you have made your way to Canvas and found this welcome video. I'm going to post a series of videos. This one will run through the basics of the course. The second will talk in some more detail about assignments and grading, and the third will do a walkthrough of Canvas to show you where to find everything you need for the course. To begin, the most important details to know are that the class begins on Monday, December 17th, and you're going to complete all of the work for the 3-credit course by January 11th. January 11th is the day of the final exam, so everything will be completed by that date. As I already said, I am Dr. Blackstone, and I am the instructor in the class. We'll also have 2 teaching assistants working with you and working with me to see that everything runs smoothly over the course of the next few weeks. Those teaching assistants are Mr. Sebastian Graham and Mr. Daniel Minton, both of whom are graduate students in the Department of Political Science at UNT. They will be helping with grading. They will be available to take office hour appointments with you if you need help with questions about the course. They will also be answering questions in the discussion posts in Canvas, and we'll be doing the bulk of the grading. The website for Canvas is unt.instructure.com, and everything that you need to complete the work in the course can be accessed through that site. The topics that we'll cover in the class include constitutions, federalism, Congress, the presidency, the bureaucracy, the judiciary, civil liberties, and civil rights. This course is about the institutions that comprise American government, the way that those institutions share power, and how they individually and collectively shape public policy. You will notice that there are a number of topics related to American politics that aren't covered in this class. The Political Science 2305 course is the one that includes sections on public opinion and media, interest groups, elections, campaigns, and voting. If you've already completed 2305, then you are familiar with that information. If not, you'll get it in the future when you take that class. Do not worry, we don't assume any familiarity with 2305 material in 2306. So whether or not you have taken that class should have no bearing on your ability to perform well in this one. The required materials for the course include an online web text published by Sumo. That text is Central Ideas in American Government with Political Science 2306 workbook. Other than that, all you need is reliable internet access, the ability to get on Canvas regularly. And when I say regularly, I mean pretty much every day between now and January 11th, excluding the week and a half when the university is closed for winter break. The web text you can purchase access to in Canvas, or you can buy an access code at the UNT bookstore or the other bookstores in town. Typically, you're going to pay less if you buy directly through the Canvas site, so I recommend that you do that. If you are saying to yourself, I wonder if I really need to get that textbook, the answer is absolutely yes. Many of the assignments in the course are embedded in the textbook, so it is not possible to earn a passing grade in the class if you don't have the web text, because if you don't have the web text, you can't do the assignments. If you have a financial hardship that prevents you from getting the textbook right away, please let me know, and I will see what I can do to accommodate you, but it is not possible to make your way through the course without having access to the text. There are 5 different types of assignments that you'll complete in the course. The first, hopefully, is the easiest and least stressful. That is a quiz on the syllabus. So I'm going to make a separate video to talk through the evaluation of assignments and grading, but it is especially important to me given the shortness of this class and the online nature of it, that everyone is clear about what the expectations are. So the syllabus quiz provides an opportunity for you to check your understanding of the way that the class will work. In order to get credit for the syllabus quiz, you have to answer all 10 questions correctly, but you are able to take that quiz as many times as you need to reach that goal. You will also have discussion board posts over the course of the class. There are 6 different discussion board topics, and for each of those, we expect that you post twice. There are more detailed criteria for how you'll be evaluated posted in Canvas. As I already mentioned, there are chapter assignments embedded in the web text. There are 17 web text chapters, and for each you're expected to complete the embedded activities. There are 2 reflections. These are short writing assignments, each of which asks you to take in some outside information and then respond to a prompt that asks you to think about questions. So the first one asks that you listen to a 45-minute radio show that talks about civility and politics and then respond to some questions about that. The second asks that you listen to the oral argument of a Supreme Court decision and then answer some questions about the Supreme Court's, the way the Supreme Court handles cases. And then you have exams. So the material in the course is divided into 3 units. There will be 1 unit exam for each unit, and then a cumulative final. If you're happy with where you stand in the class after you've completed the 3 unit exams, you don't need to take the cumulative final. In the syllabus, you'll see a schedule that runs through the topics that will be covered in each unit and the assignments that will go along with that. So what I've put on the screen now is the overview of Unit 1. You'll see that the topics are constitutions and federalism, and then we have different types of assignments. So you have 2 discussion post topics. So for 4 posts total, you have 5 web text chapter assignments, an exam, a reflection, and then the syllabus quiz. These are sorted by type, so you'll see that it has all the discussion posts, then the reading and web text chapters, then the exam, the reflections, and the quiz. You'll note that the due dates start right away. So your first assignment is due Tuesday, December 18th. This is your first post in the first topic on the discussion boards. And then your second post is due Wednesday. Notice that topic 2 kicks off the same day that topic 1 wraps up. So be attentive to the fact that because of the condensed schedule in the class, sometimes you will have multiple assignments due on one day. I've set all of the web text assignments and the unit exams to be due the same day. It is not my suggestion that you actually wait until Friday, December 21st to do all of those assignments, but it doesn't matter to me when over the course of the week you do them. So I suggest that you spread out those chapters, start working on them on Monday, but by Friday, be sure that you've completed all of them as well as the exam by the end of the day. The schedule looks similar for units 2 and 3, but you'll see that for unit 2, the topics are the legislative and executive branches, and you'll note that we have no syllabus quiz after unit 1. And then finally, unit 3, again, you have discussion posts, reading and web text chapter assignments, and an exam, but no reflection. So there are only 2 reflections, and those are due at the ends of the first and second unit. If you need help over the course of the very short semester, kind of where you go for that help will depend on the nature of your problem. So if you have technical problems, go to technical experts. The UNT Help Desk is the go-to source for problems with Canvas. The Sumo Help Desk is the place to go for problems with the web text. And then, of course, if you have questions about political science concepts or the administration of the course, then you're going to want to come to either your classmates, me, or the teaching assistants. If you have questions that are not private in nature, I ask that you post those as questions in the discussion board. That way, anyone who knows the answer can get back to you, so hopefully you'll get answers quickly, and also that allows other students to benefit from you asking the question. If you have a question or concern that is private, then please use Canvas's inbox feature to send a message to me and the teaching assistants. Please do send any communication related to the course to all 3 of us. That way we can be on the same page about what information you have. You can also visit online office hours or schedule an appointment to have a one-on-one appointment online. I'm available, as are the teaching assistants for that. So we may not see you every single day and you won't have the same kind of interaction that you get in a face-to-face class, but certainly we are still here to help and want to do what we can to make sure that your learning experience is smooth and successful. So that's the big overview, and I'll wrap here for this segment, and then we'll make the next video to talk in a little bit more detail about those assignments.